Hey, what's up guys, this is AJ, and in this current series we are studying Indian polity in the context of civil service examination. In today's lecture we are gonna discuss about the Attorney General of India. See, Attorney General of India is a constitutional post. The Article 76 deals with the appointment of Attorney General of India. He is the highest law officer in the country. He is appointed by the president. Then he must be eligible for the post of Supreme Court judge. That means he must be doing legal practice in a high court for 5 or more years, and all other terms which are required to be a judge of Supreme Court are eligible, are all, or we can say are applicable to become the Attorney General of India. Okay, the person who is able to become a Supreme Court judge, he is allowed to become a Attorney General of India. Okay, so it is a constitutional post. It is not non-constitutional. It is a constitutional post. The Article 76 deals with the appointment of the Attorney General of India, and he is the highest law officer in the India. Okay, then the terms of office is not fixed by the constitution, as we have seen earlier that Supreme Court judge, the terms of Supreme Court judge is tenure of the Supreme Court judge is not fixed, as we have seen in earlier lecture. In the same manner, the term of Attorney General of India is not fixed, so that means we can say that he can assume his office or hold his office for prolonged time. Okay, so then another flaw in the constitution about the Attorney General of India is that there is no special procedure mentioned for the removal of Attorney General of India. Okay, so what does that means is that we can see that you will find the impeachment procedure for the removal of Supreme Court judges and Chief Justice of India. Okay, and there are various other procedure for the removal of highest officers in the India, like for the removal of CAG, there is a procedure mentioned. Then for the removal of UPSC chairman, there is a procedure mentioned. But in the case of Attorney General of India, there is no procedure mentioned in the Constitution of India. So that means that he holds the office till the president has faith in him. As soon as president loses faith in the Attorney General of India, he can be dismissed by the president. Okay, so he holds the office till the pleasure of the president. Okay, then another thing about the Attorney General of India is that generally or conventionally we see that as soon as the new government takes power in the center, the Attorney General resigns. Okay, so this is a conventional thing. It is not compulsory, but it is a convention that everybody follows. Then what are the duties and function of Attorney General of India? See, he is the legal advisor of the government of India in matters referenced by the president. Okay, so whenever the government of India face legal issues, the president can assign these matters to Attorney General of India, and he will give the government of India legal advice. Okay, then he also performs other duties assigned by the President of India. President of India can assign him various other duties related with the laws. Then he has to fulfill those duties also. Then he appears on behalf of government of India in all cases in a Supreme Court. Okay, wherever you will find the case against the government of India, or the case of government of India against somebody, in those cases, Attorney General has to go to Supreme Court and represent the government of India. Okay, then to represent the government of India in any reference made by the President to the Supreme Court under the article of 143. In this case also he has to appear in front of the Supreme Court as on behalf of government of India. Then he also appears in high courts on behalf of government of India. So in a case you can see that wherever the government of India is accused, or is a body on which the case is, Attorney General of India represents the government of India in all those cases, because government the Prime Minister can't go to the Supreme Court and fight for a legal battle, but instead of that, Constitution has provided us the Attorney General of India who will battle on behalf of the government of India. Okay, then his rights and limitation. See, the main right of his is that he has the right of audience in all courts of India. That means he can view or sit in all courts of India to for seeing the procedure, or for in any matter which is happening in those courts can be viewed by the Attorney General of India. He can sit there, he can look in those, look in the procedure like normal audience does. In the same manner, he has the right to hear all the procedures. Okay, we can't deny him or ban him in sitting the courtrooms. Then right to speak and take part in the proceedings of Parliament of India. See, this is something different. We must focus or remember this power of Attorney General of India is that he takes part in the procedure of the Parliament. No other highest officers like Comptroller and Auditor General of India, or Supreme Court Chief Justice, or UPSC Chairman has power to take part in a procedure of the Parliament, but this is a special power to Attorney General of India. He takes part in the parliamentary procedure, and he also speaks there. He also enjoys the what we can say, the immunities to the member of parliaments. He also enjoys those immunities, but there is one limitation to his power, is that he can't vote in a parliamentary affairs. Okay, so if something is put on vote, at that time he will not be able to cast his vote in the Parliament. Okay, but he can sit there and speak there. Okay, in both the houses. Then his limitations is that he should not advise or brief against government of India. Obviously, he is the legal advisor to the government of India. Then he must remain loyal, and he must not advise against the government of India. Okay, then he could not defend accused person in a criminal proceeding without the permission of government of India. See, if some other country punishes our envoy or any other person from India in a by the criminal procedure of that country, at that time he can't defend that person without the prior permission of the government of India. This is applicable for the the accused person by the Indian law or by the Indian court also. Okay, then he should not accept appointment in any company or corporation without the permission of government of India. So if he wants to work in a big corporation or other companies, then he has to seek the permission of the government of India. Then he does not fall under the category of government servant. Okay, so he is an advisor, he is the highest law officer, but he is not the servant of the government of India. Okay, so he can't be debarred from the private practice. Okay, so he can do his private legal practice, but in that practice he has to maintain that he must not advise somebody against the Indian government, or he must not brief somebody against the Indian government. Okay, then solicitor general and assistant solicitor general are there for him to help in these perform all these tasks. Okay, so you will see that solicitor general and assistant solicitor general are not the constitutional post. Okay, they are created by the government of India, but they are not constitutional, so they may serve as a assistant to the uh, the Attorney General of India. Okay, then who is the current Attorney General of India? Mukul Rohitgi is current Attorney General of India. You can see his photo in this slide. He is running away from so many journalists and other you know advocates. So this is you know tedious task to become a advisor or legal advisor to the government of India, because so many cases are pending on government of India, and so many cases he has to handle at the same time. So this situation becomes when you became the government Attorney General of India. Okay, so think about it if you want to become Attorney General of India. But I am sure you are not interested in this because you are studying for the civil service examination. So thanks guys for watching this video, and I will meet you guys in my next video. Peace.